Hey, hey. Welcome to the network, where I'm leveling out my net worth. Gonna be raising mountains till my neck hurt. Got the culture on my shoulders, why they thinking about their next first. I'm dropping the bag for my next hurt. Welcome to the network.
What's going on, squad? Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Blaze, the Ninth Wonder. Welcome to the Dope Bar, and we have a very special South by Southwest edition. We got Jane in the jungle in the building. How y'all doing?
Hey guys, good. Thanks for having us.
Definitely. Number one, I just gotta say I'm loving the color coordination over there on y'all side.
It was not intentional. It was completely
just the vibe. You don't even have to be intentional. So introduce them. Who is Jane in the Jungle?
All right, yeah. So we are Jane in the Jungle. I am Jordan, Jane on stage, and this is Brian. He's the guitar player, and we're a modern rock band from Phoenix, Arizona.
That is dope. Phoenix is getting a lot of love now, thanks to the sun's been turned up. Phoenix getting a whole bunch of love now.
I got my son's hat with me for this trip. Gotta rep it.
Yeah, so I'm not even gonna stay on this too long. Miami Heat fan. My dream match right now is Heat Suns finals. That's what I want to see. We gonna dog you, but not here nor there. Leave that alone. So I've definitely been wondering because growing up I'm a huge Georgia of the Jungle fan. So how did the name Jane in the Jungle come about?
So it actually was, I think, about 7 years ago, and we had a different name at the time, and people kept coming up to me and they were like, I would never expect that you have this huge belt, big voice, and you're kind of shy in real life. You're kind of like this Jane in the Jungle character, and it stuck, and that's how the band name came to be.
That is dope. And I agree 1,000,000% with, I hear you talk and see you just normal. And it's that's listening to the music is you have that big, you can even do opera if you wanted to. I love in the latest song. It's like the vocal arrangements, the way that you do it is such from a big wide.
Oh, thank you. It's funny that you say that because I'm actually classically trained.
I can tell.
But I can't I have no head voice at all. So I stumbled upon the rock voice I have, and it's led me to where we are today.
That is dope. So when did you guys get together?
Well, we actually went to kindergarten through high school together.
What?
But we started a garage band in 2013.
That's
the funny part though is we weren't. It's not that we we were cordial, I suppose, but we didn't have any of the same classes really, or we just weren't around each other or buddies growing up. So it was kind of an interesting thing to connect after college through a mutual friend of ours who had suggested I come out and see her acoustic show, and she had moved back to Phoenix after school. And I'd been playing in bands for years, and that was actually why I started playing guitar. Is all my friends were playing in bands, and I was like, well, I want to do that too. So I started playing guitar, basically jumped right into a band right away. So I went and saw her play it. And you get a lot of invites from people to go see their friends and stuff, and you never know, okay, is this gonna be good or not? And I was like, okay, this girl's got some real talent and potential here. So I went up to her after the show and I was like, hey, we should just try to write together and just see if there's something, because I kind of was I think you need some backing, that would really make your shows shine, to have a backing band that really lets you kind of be more free. Yeah. And so I was like, let's write. We had a writing session and we wrote 2 songs right off the bat. So we're okay, there's definitely a chemistry here, right? And I don't know if you've ever written a song before, but it could be very actually intimidating to go into a room with somebody you don't know that well and try to write a song together. It's try to find that common ground of what can we both write about and work together on. And so obviously fast forward to today, and that partnership has been able to continue to blossom, and you hear the songs like you hear now, and yeah, it's been an interesting journey together.
That is amazing. So with South by Southwest, they're getting ready to come in and rock the stage. How important, explain how important it is for events like South by Southwest for artists on the come up.
Can I start this one?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So South by is super special and important to me because especially like if you're like a band just coming out to come out, like even if you have no shows, you're coming out to grind and just find shows. I think it's really important because we talked about this the other day actually. It's like music for music's sake. Like it takes you back to the starting level, no matter who you are. It's like you got to get out, you're sweating, you're hauling your own gear, you're out there making it happen.
Yes.
And like that is such a good grounding experience for a band of any level to get out there and just grind. And just really see what they're made of, because this week can test you. It's a long week. There's a lot of events. There's a lot of things you want to do, and it's like you just got to stay on it. And it's like anytime you're tired, you don't feel good, or I don't want to do this, you got to remind yourself it's like I'm here for a reason, and I'm getting to do what I love to do.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think South by is a special and important event.
And for you, Jane?
I guess he kind of summed it up in a nutshell. But I think it's a good way as a musician to be inspired. And there's just hundreds, if not thousands, of musicians here this week.
Yes.
And people to meet and friends to make and music to be heard. And it's just about immersing yourself into that and not put expectation on it, Just the number one goal is to always have fun. Like the music art should, at the end of the day, make you feel inspired and happy, and that's kind of what South by is.
Yes, I agree. I feel.
I turn the question around, and I'd like to hear your answer also. Actually, if you might have been able to.
Yes, definitely. For me, I feel it's so important because the same way you just said about having fun, it's the same thing for me. I feel like the industry has gotten away from that. Now with doing radio and being on this end, I get more hip hop, trap, and that type, and R&B more than I get anything. Like as time grew, finally I got, and I had to pay my dues, so finally got a lot more rock and got more country and jazz and techno and house or whatnot. But one thing that I realized with a lot of the music on the hip hop scene is the fun of just being creative has been taken away from it. People have this mindset to where it's like they have all the shows like Rolling Loud and a bunch of the other different show things, and it's not fun at all. Everything it's more stiff. There's the if you're not at this certain level, you don't get treated this way. It's a craziness, and artists kind of starting to sound the same. There was nothing new. And then I started realizing that in almost every genre. But with South by Southwest, the one thing I do love about it is that authentic, just like you said, people feeling like they can just be free and do it for the love of music. And the reason I'm drawn to it is the thing that I promote the most with Blazing Up Radio, with Signature Series Network, is that artists can, instead of just taking an event like South by Southwest and being this way, you can do it all year round, especially with the way that social media is now after the pandemic hit. Like the landscape has shifted. It's not the same as it used to be. Labels aren't coming out to, this group has potential. Let's give them vocal training. Let's artists develop them. Let's get them some. They're not doing that. They want, you got the total package. Let's put money behind you and we'll push it. They kind of want that now. So it's going to take your fan engagement and showing up to shows and getting on that grind. That's what it takes. And artists don't understand the power that they have. They don't need to be a huge name in this industry. Like big super celebrities are doing Zooms and IG lives, just like everybody else. You have platforms like TuneCore, DistroKid, or whatever to put out your music. People, you can do video. There's people doing videos on their iPhones and they're coming out good quality. Like those are all people don't understand the freedom that they have. And one thing I love about South by Southwest is I'll go to I know I can get connect with a bunch of people who are like-minded, and just try throughout the year to get people to live that way all the time. Let you know that you don't have to be bound to what the world used to be. Just go out, be free, create the music that you want to create, and understand that you don't have to fit into a certain box. There's no, people say sky's the limit. There's no limit, just go. And that's why I'm so about it.
So no, I appreciate hearing your answer too. And I think between the three of us, I think we covered just about every angle you can cover too. Oh, yeah. And the cool thing though that none of us mentioned was about the industry thing. You know, like, having to feel like you're here to like, I have to make that industry contact. Because the thing is, like you just explained, it's like if you're out there doing your thing and you're getting a groundswell behind you, like those connections will eventually come for you.
Yes.
You know, it's like
and I think they will come at the moment when you're not trying.
Exactly.
You're being you know, and I think we all have to remember that. Just do you and enjoy the moment, and things connect when they're supposed to.
Yes, it's that be ready so you don't have to get ready mentality.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's the best thing, and it's so weird that with all the music conferences that I attend and I go to, in the very beginning, when I first started, was all the way back when the Revolt conference first started. That was the very first one I ever went to, and going to those different ones, I had that mindset that all right, now that I'm here, everything has to go down now, whatever connection, I have to make that big impact. But as time went by, I realized that I've realized that I don't, like, throughout the year, and I'm not doing the same things. And somebody was like, all right, you're so serious about your music, but why don't you put that same effort anytime else? Why does it have to be a conference for you to put that effort? And you're right. And things just flowed so much better. And now I took full advantage of this pandemic. I obviously hate the death and all of those things that, that came with it. But musically, it's been a blessing in disguise, because when everything shifted, when it first started and everybody mainstream, independent, all was on that same level, that glass ceiling that's normally there was open. So eventually it was going to close back, which it did. But while it was open, I made my way up. Made me some real estate up here, and now being able to be on the South by Southwest committee, being able to do, like, I have a collab with Busta Rhymes and just different things and different connections, and it's so beautiful for me because I know what my mindset. I'm not mainstream mindset. I'm independent mindset. So while I'm here, my goal is to open up a platform for people who are like-minded and who don't get that opportunity, who's still dealing with the glass ceiling. And it just makes me love doing what I do, and love being able to give shine to other people that are doing what they do. I feel that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
No, that's awesome. Thank you for doing that.
Definitely.
Thanks for sharing that as well too, because obviously getting to know each other in this way, and hopefully we'll get to meet this week. Again, it's important to make these real relationships and really understand each other too. Coming, from opposite ends of the country and different genres and different platforms, it's like we all learn from each other.
Yes, it's exciting. Like, one thing that that drew me to you guys, obviously, is not only looking at the music video for Ain't No Other Way, just seeing the music video and then realizing the song format. One thing that I feel like things have been changing, especially on the hip hop end, is that songs are a lot shorter now. There are a lot of 2-minute songs. They're no more like LPs. They're more like EPs, 4, 5 songs. One thing that I appreciate about you guys and your music is it's I guess the format of music didn't change. Like, there's still good 3.5 minute song, full content, verse, chorus, bridge, all of those type things. And it made me appreciate, because a lot of people are steering away from, so I definitely wanted to give the flowers to you guys on sticking to what it is, not conforming to what everybody else is doing, and figuring out ways to be yourself. That classical element of your voice mixed into the music and making that sound modern and not dated is freaking awesome to me. So like, definitely proud.
Yeah, we really appreciate that.
Well, and if you go back further in our catalog too, we have a handful of 5-minute songs and stuff too. Where we've never been afraid to just feel like what is a song like? What is a song about? What does it need? If it needs to be a little longer to get the point, it's like it is. It has to be what it has to be.
Yes.
Sometimes that means it's 3 minutes. Sometimes it means it's 5 minutes. You look at an artist like Lana Del Rey. Not a lot of radio, but a huge amount of success, and a lot of her songs are 4 to 6 minutes long.
Yes.
And it's not like she's found plenty of success with that formula for her again. So it's just like you find your way. And when she started doing what she was doing, she was bringing like old jazz and this old kind of smoky lounge music from like our grandparents' days.
Yes.
Kind of bringing that into the modern. So it's cool. Just like you said earlier, do your thing, and you'll find your tribe.
Because as an artist, the job isn't like, this is where they get it confused. Your job as an artist isn't to try to be like everybody else and try to do what they work. It's for the listeners, for your consumers. It's for making that fan, they're dealing with rent issues, relationship problems, sickness, whatever. Those 4 to 5 to 6 minutes that they're listening to you, they forget about all of that. You are their escape for that time, and that is what you're supposed to provide. And that's what I feel like. Obviously, I feel like you guys do that, and I commend artists that they don't care about fitting into the norm. Like she'll do, like you said, she got songs that are like 6 minutes. That's a 6 minutes, a 6 minute journey. That moment is in that 6 minutes is destroying the rest of the 24 hours. Who cares about what else is going on in that time?
And you really did it when that 6 minute song is over like that. It's like, wow, it's like it, because you flow through it so quickly, because you're so engrossed into it. There's a song that I grew up listening to. It's called Constantine by Something Corporate, or Andrew McMahon, is for those people who are not familiar with his old work. It's 10 minutes long. It's this piano ballad, and it's kind of the stream of consciousness thing. But it's like, I can listen to that song, and it's like that 10 minutes is just gone before I know it. And it's like, that really tells you, it's like, wow, that's the mark of a song that really brings you in and puts you there in that time and place. So, again, it's sure for radio, you kind of got to play by their rules, but otherwise it's like, just make a radio edit.
Exactly. And it's the beauty of the social media.
Release it anyways.
It's the beauty of the social media era, because there's a lot more freedom to do a lot more things. Like, all right, if you guys want the exclusive version of the song that's not limited to the 3 minutes that we're allowed to do on radio, come to my live. And like, there's so many different, the possibilities are endless now. So with your performance, you guys doing any new songs that haven't been heard before, like, y'all working out some exclusives?
Yeah, we're actually doing 2 new ones that we actually just cut in the studio like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, these are like brand new songs. They're not even a month old.
That is
But let us know what you think.
No one's heard them before except for the band and the studio crew.
That is dope. What is that process like? You're getting ready to perform big show and you're doing new songs, don't know how people are going to react to them. Like, how's that
feeling? Because it's kind of the first time with COVID and stuff, we just don't play as much.
Yes.
And so we're just like knocking on wood that they like it. And at least what we come to is, if we all like it and we're into it, then it shouldn't matter, because we'd like to believe the audience will go there with us.
Yeah, they'll feel.
All we can control is how we feel, and if we like the art and it's our art, that's the core of it.
Yes.
And so that's what we're sticking our guns to, and just hoping that it goes over well.
That's amazing. I love that. Do you guys have any performance? Because I've never got. This will be my first time being able to experience, you guys perform live. Are you big on? I would say, like, moment. I don't even know what the name for this. What type of things do you do that are, because there are people that'll get on stage and they'll perform everything exactly how it's, cut in the studio. You know what I mean? And then there are people who will get on stage, and then that stage performance, that showcase is always different. It's like you have to go see them live in order to see the song this way or that way. What type of things do you guys do?
It's definitely the last one that you said. A live performance only happens once.
Yes.
And so it's all about the moment and just, enjoying the vibe. And that performance lives and dies right there on stage. Yes. And it'll never happen again. And so that's how we perform our music live.
Well, and we don't have any tracks. Everything you hear is happening live. So,
yes.
So if something goes longer, it's there might be for example, in the first track we're gonna play. Am I allowed to leak a little bit of info about the set, or what are we doing?
No. You can.
Okay, so the first song we're playing for the show is called Trouble. It's on the EP. And so on that song, on the studio recording, there's a little guitar feature between the second chorus and the bridge. And for live show, we do a full 8-bar solo and jam part. So it's finding moments like that where we can kind of expand on songs and give the audience something, like you said, that's not just go home and listen to it on the record.
Yes.
Sure, there are certain moments of the songs where it's just it's going to be similar to the performance that you hear on the record, but that's always the goal, right? Like Jordan just said, is to give the audience something that's special for them in that moment, and that will never be, can't be replicated anywhere else. So I think that's really a cool part of the show, at least, and especially for me. I just enjoy seeing the little bit of the ad-lib part of things.
Yeah, I love that about live performances. When I was actively doing a bunch of performances, I always live for the unknown type things. It's there's a song where, in one of my older songs, where the second verse is me just rapping extremely fast. So even though I have the cardio to rap it all the way through, I'll go halfway through and then do a cut where I'm oh God, audience will go stupid for them, all right, chill, calm down. And then back into it again, out of nowhere. And everybody's oh, it's always good. I love those type of out of nowhere moments that, people don't expect. So last thing I'll leave off with is advice that I give, obviously for you guys and any other, band, group, artists, whatever. When you do live events such as, South by Southwest or anything, the one thing that you definitely want to do now in this day and age, a lot of people forget that we're in the social media era of music now. The one thing definitely do is make sure that you go into this, you don't come out of this the same way you went into it. If you go in with 50, say if you went in with 500 followers, you leave out of this thing with 700. You find ways there, on stage, off stage, meet and greets, whatever, to enhance your engagements and build a new audience. People want to feel attached to, group. There could be people that can go on to these stages, perform, and just with that mindset, just to put on that great show, leave, there's no engagement, you leave the same way that you went in, didn't connect with nobody. So definitely you guys, because you guys are freaking awesome. It's an honor to even be able to have you on the show and to be able to, to talk with you. And a lot of people with perception is everything. It's oh, Jamie Jungle, and then they have the blue check, ooh, and just even things like that. It's it's still an honor to be able to, for even on just that end of things, to be able to talk to you guys. It shows that you guys are taking what you're doing serious. You guys are in the right position. So all I want to do is, continue to see you guys grow. From a music standpoint, you guys are doing everything right. From an image standpoint, everything right. All of that. All I would say is, when going on to this show and anything, just make sure to continue to grow that engagement. Find ways to, even if it's Not saying to do this, stop the show. All right, everybody, take your phones out. If you're not following us right now, like this little thing.
Oh gosh.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good.
Yeah, things of that nature. People want to be able to feel, connected. So definitely engage. People think with followers, there are people that are buying like fake followers now on Instagram, and they're like, I got 70,000 followers, but then you get 2 likes and maybe 1 comment per post. It's not adding up. People like, when there are people who want to invest, there are a lot of investors or sponsors that want to pick up on, with artists. So they don't care about how many followers you got. They only care about the engagement rate. So if you got 3,000 followers, but you got 40 comments per post, and they see that people, your engagement rate is higher, they want to promote with you. They want to spend with you. People will want to engage with you more. So it's definitely the engagement. I hope I can't wait to see you guys live. I know you guys are going to kill it. Is there anything that you guys want to lead off with the audience before we head out?
Well, thank you so much for all that advice. It's really great. Like, you're totally right. And I really appreciate you checking out our music and supporting our music and all the other music that you do. And I did want to say that we are actually going to be signing show posters after our set. So anybody that comes, please see us. I don't know where we'll be, but it should be pretty obvious. We're just going to find a spot, and we'll be signing them. And we want to say hello to everybody.
I believe there's supposed to be a designated merch tent.
Okay.
So that's way on the opposite
should be
side.
identified.
So we're going to figure it out, but we should be pretty obvious where you'll see us.
I love it. Man, that is so dope. You guys also can request Ain't No Other Way on Blaze It Up Radio. All y'all got to do is go to the site. The link, we have a link right down there. blaze109.com/Blaze It Up Radio. Just go request the Jane in the Jungle. Ain't No Other Way. You already know it's there. You also can check out the music video on the Signature Series Network at Blaze It Up, or at signatureseriesnetworktv.com. Check them out, and definitely y'all make sure, if y'all not in the area, if y'all not in Texas, y'all sleep. You sleep on life if y'all not in the area, because it is about to be an entire movie out there. So definitely, thank you guys again. Kill it on stage. I'm be in the crowd, extra hype, shaking the dreads, and yeah, it's gonna be an adventure.
All right, I'm gonna plug the show really quick. It's on Friday night, the 18th. The gates open at 4 o'clock. Jane in the Jungle is first up at 5 o'clock. So make sure to be there early. The event is free, no South by badge required. So open to the public. Anyone can come. Bring your kids, bring your grandma, bring anybody who wants to get out there, get some sunshine, and have a really good time. A great lineup of bands, including the Dooms, The Warning from Mexico, amazing, and then Sammy Hagar.
Sammy Hagar,
legend. You really can't go wrong with the show. I mean, it's free, it's fun, it's going to be a good time. So we can't wait to see you guys out there, and be sure to say hello to us if you see us, whether it's at the merch table or just hanging around the venue. We definitely want to talk to anybody who either saw this or has an interest in our music, and let's be friends, connect. Let's just let's all be in this together and keep making music fun and exploring what is out there for artistry in the future.
Yes, y'all make sure y'all be out there. Lady Bird Lake stage. It is going to be freaking awesome. Thank you guys again. This has been your boy Blaze Hunter. Another episode of Welcome to the Dope Bar, South by Southwest edition with Jane in the Jungle.
See ya.